Hello people, welcome to Gurukula. I'm Jai. So today in this video we will be talking about how to bypass insecure CAPTCHA design. So obviously we are going to do this with the help of DVWA. Without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So if you have landed onto this particular video directly, then I would like to let you know that this is a series of video lecture where we are discussing a lot about vulnerabilities present in web application. So in our previous video we spoke a lot about file upload vulnerabilities, and we have actually seen an hands-on on how to exploit a file upload vulnerability. So I will leave a link for the complete playlist in the description box below, and I would recommend you to check that out. So in this video we will be talking about what CAPTCHA is and what is its purpose. We pretty much know that so that we don't have to waste much of time in understanding that. And again we will walk through on how to exploit an insecure CAPTCHA design with the help of DVWA. So what exactly CAPTCHA is? So it's completely automated public training test to tell computers and humans apart. So apart from this acronym, we very well know what exactly CAPTCHA is. A CAPTCHA is a security measure, so which is designed to differentiate between human users and then the automated systems. When I say automated system, I mean the bot, which is instructed to do some things, where to attempt for a rapid login attempts, kind of that. So it typically presents a task or challenge that is easy for humans to complete but very difficult for automated programs. It may ask you a simple arithmetic problem, or it can give you a scrambled word and it can ask you to identify what word is that, or it can give you a tile of pictures and ask you to select the portions where a particular object is filled in, and you pretty well know what CAPTCHA is. So that is what actually we are talking about. But the vulnerability, actually this is a security measure, but the vulnerability lies in the implementation part. If it is not properly implemented, then there becomes a vulnerability and that can be exploited, which an attacker can take advantage of. So now let's get our hands dirty with the hands on. So here is our web application, where as you can see I have just set the difficulty level to low and I have just landed on insecure CAPTCHA tab. So as soon as you land on this particular CAPTCHA, to generate CAPTCHA we need a Google's API, which actually provides CAPTCHA for our web application, which we need to set it up. So I will just walk you through the process of setting it up so that we can proceed further. So it actually says we will have to reach google.com reCAPTCHA admin create. So let me just click on the link. That will actually ask you to sign up. Okay, let me sign up first. So now this will be the interface that you will be getting on. So we can just type the label as so I'll go for V2. We can click on V2, let it be, add a domain. It is 127.0.0.1. that is our one, and then we can click on submit. So this is going to give you two keys. So what we can actually do is we will have to use that key in our configuration file. So here is our configuration file which we can edit. So let me go on copy and I can put it on nano editor. Hit on enter. When you just scroll down, it will ask you for, yeah, here is the reCAPTCHA public key. So you will have to copy the keys here. So site key has to be pasted in the place of public key. Okay, it has been pasted correctly. I thought it was. And then secret key should be pasted. Yes, once that is done, we can just safely overwrite this and we can close it safely, and we will have to restart our service. So let me just restart it, go for the password, and I think now we can refresh this page, so that should give you a captcha. Yes, now actually we can see that there is a captcha loaded here on our page. So this is actually a simple configuration of a Google API. So our Google is providing this captcha service. Fine. Now our captcha has been successfully integrated with our DVWA. Now what we can see is this is giving you an page where we can change the password of the user. So we currently know that we have logged in with the username admin. So we know the password is password actually. So what I will do is I will try to change the password as okay. Before I change the password, let me just set up the proxy, and I will be using zap here so that I can intercept the request. So only in that request we will actually get to know what exactly has been sent to the server so that we can exploit it. Yes, now our zap has been loaded. Now we will try to just change the password. I am going to give the new password as test123, and I will confirm the password as test123. I'll confirm this captcha. So we will have to check the captchas here. As you can see, the captcha has been verified, and then when you click on change, so it says that you have passed the captcha. Click the button to confirm your changes. So it is asking me to click one more time so that the password gets changed. When I click on the button, it says that your password has been changed. Now we will try to understand what exactly happened over here. So now here in this particular capture, we can straight away ignore the traffic to google.com, because all this traffic is because of getting that captcha. So here is the first post message which was sent. So when I look at this particular post, what was the request sent? So here we can actually see that this is step 1, and new password is set to be test123, and the confirm password is set to be test123, and then it sends the reCAPTCHA response, which is actually generated from the CAPTCHA entry that we have typed in. That is there, a long string, and then finally an action command change. So these are all the requests which is sent in the first one, and similarly you can see there is another post method which was exchanged. So this happened when we clicked the change button for the second time. So that is the second one, where it actually says password new equal to test123 and confirm password equal to 123, change equals to change. So now the vulnerability here is uh, for the second press, it is not actually asking for any reCAPTCHA. The reCAPTCHA is verified separately and changing the password is executed separately. So what we can do is we can just recreate the same request. I will just open this in requester, where I can actually modify this. Now we very well know that our new password is test123. What I will do is now I will try to change the password back to password itself. So I can just intercept this packet, I mean the request, and then I will type this as password, and then I will also type this as password, and then I will send this modified or specially crafted request to the server. So if I send that, we can actually we got a response, and we know that this response should have the text called password changed. We will see if we have password changed text here. If that is there, we can come to an conclusion that our password has been successfully changed. Yes, as you can see, it says that password has been changed. So to confirm this, what we can do is we can again log out and log in to this particular web application using our default password itself. So I have logged out. So let me log in using admin, and then the password is password itself, and then I'll click on login. I have actually logged in over here. So which means that the test123 password which I actually set by using CAPTCHA verification, I have overwritten that with the password. So now we can change the password. So that is the vulnerability here. If the CAPTCHA is very weakly configured, we can able to exploit in this particular way. So what we can do is we can go one step further, and then I'll just clear this out. And let me change the security level to medium, and we will see how CAPTCHA is handled in the medium level security. I go to Insecure CAPTCHA, and in the Insecure CAPTCHA again there will be an CAPTCHA loaded. Okay, I will try to change the password as 123, and 123 I'll click on I'm not a robot. So that is going to throw me a puzzle. Okay, I have to click on bicycles, and I can click on verify. Okay, CAPTCHA has been verified, and I can click on change, and again it is asking for CAPTCHA has been verified. Click on change to confirm. Okay, again I click on change. Again there is another post message, it says that password changed. Okay, there is no much difference between the previous difficulty level and this difficulty level. Approach remains the same. Let's analyze the post request which is sent to DVWA, so that we will get to know what is the difference in the message that has been sent. So here you can actually see now my actual password is 123, and then the confirm password is 123. This is the first post response which was sent to the DVWA server, and along with that it says that change equals to change. Okay, let me inspect the second one. Okay, in the second one there is a slight change. In addition to the previous response, it also sends another variable which sends past CAPTCHA equal to true. So this variable is set based on the CAPTCHA verification. If step 1 is successful, obviously it places this. So here the exploit is like, as long as this particular variable is there in our request, we can able to change the password. So to confirm that, let me just send this to an requester, which is like a repeater in Bob suite. What I can do is I can modify this. Now you know that the password is 123, which has actually changed here. The password is actually changed, and I will change this back to password itself. I will change this back to password, and confirm is password. So if the attacker could able to intercept this particular request, and if he changes this, then we can able to change the password, and then I can click on send. We very well know that we should have a text called password changed in the response. Let me see if there is a password change text. Yes, we have a password changed text here, which means that now our password for login user is password again. We will try that again. So let me log out of this application, and then again I will try admin, and then password as my password. Let me log in. That takes me to the application. Yes, I have landed here. So again in the medium level we have just exploited the vulnerability. So here the vulnerability is in the second post request. As long as that true is there, we can able to exploit that. So all we need is the capture of a second request, and you can just resend this particular request with any password that we need, so that the password will get changed. So the entire operation is based only on this particular parameter. So that is the exploit over here. Okay, we can just see the high level difficulty also. We will go to DVWA security, and then I will go to high, and then we will click on submit. And now we can try Insecure CAPTCHA. Let's see what is the difference. It will take some time to load the CAPTCHA. Okay, now we will try to change the password as test 123 test 123. I will click on the CAPTCHA. Crosswalks. Okay, click on verify. Yes, CAPTCHA is verified. I will click on change. Okay, this time there is no the second confirmation. The application has sent only one post request. As you can see here, it has actually sent only one post request to the DVWA server. There is no post request there, which means that it has verified, it has verified the password change and as well as the captcha in single request itself. So here we can see, here this is step 1. In step 1 it says that okay, new password is test123, confirm password is test123, and then it is sending the captcha response that is required. G captcha response is required. Yes, in addition to that, it is also sending a user token as well. It is also sending an user token. So we need to get hold of this user token so as to change the password for next time. So let us see the response of this particular part. And then if we closely inspect this part, change your password, it says confirm password, and then okay, there is something called as developer. Okay, fine, this is the hunch. We can actually see that there is a developer note who says that response is hidden value, and then user agent is reCAPTCHA. So this is the developer note which has been sent. And also one more thing is, we can get hold of the user token here. We can actually see the user token is present here, which means that user token is being something assigned from the client side. It is not from the server. So in the response itself, it is sending the user token which is to be used in the next response. So that is what it is. So what I can do is, now I can create the exploit. So let me right click this, and then I can resend this with an request editor. And here what I can do is, as they said, this should be the response. So value should be the response. This is for the developing purposes. The developer would have been ignored this after completing the thing. So the entire response can be taken. This is the reCAPTCHA response. I'm just erasing it out, and then I'm pasting the value which I have copied from here, which is from the developer. And user agent should be reCAPTCHA. So user agent, we can find it here. As of now it is like Mozilla, so we can change this to reCAPTCHA. So now the user agent is reCAPTCHA, and then the response is changed to hidden value over here. And we also have the user token which is generated at the server side. So instead of this user token, I will change this as the user token. And one more thing which we will have to verify is the session ID. We should just ensure that we have the same session ID here, so which can be ensured from the browser itself. So hit on F12, you will be getting this developer tools, and in that storage actually you can see the cookies. So here is the session ID. So the session ID is same, so that we don't have to change that. Okay, now I think our exploit is completed, and submitting this particular request to the DVWA server should change our password to password back. I will type password. So now our admin's password is password again, and I can click on send. I should have received password changed text. Yes, we have seen a text called password change, so that which means that the password has been changed through our exploit. So let me check that. Let me log out. So actually we have changed that to test123, but using the exploit we have changed that back to password itself. So I will type password here, and then I will click on login. Yes, it allows me to log in. So that is how the insecure CAPTCHA vulnerability can be exploited. So insecure CAPTCHA has been exploited with all three difficulty levels, low, medium, and as well as high. So that is how we can exploit the vulnerabilities. So with that we came to the end of today's video. So in this video we just understood what exactly CAPTCHA is and what's their purpose, and I just walked you through on how insecure CAPTCHA design can be exploited, and that was discussed at three different difficulty level: low, medium, and high, with the help of DVWA web application. So in the next video we will be talking more about SQL injection and its type. So stay tuned. I'm going to see you in the next video. Until then, it's bye from Jai and happy learning.